Buffy around for this?
She should be. We've got one of our kind of new breweries that we're really enjoying. We're probably
Definitely
I
am.
It's almost kind of disgusting. We're probably hitting them a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's a big East Coast, little East Coast bias actually.
Yeah, a little bit of East Coast bias, and I had never heard of them. You'd had a couple of these beers,
Yeah.
but they've been quite tasty, and their marketing is quite funny as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Which I
it's a good,
appreciate.
when you have quality product and good marketing.
Yeah.
That's a winning combination.
That is a winning combination, and that's what we've got today on this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com, and the beverage we are about today is another beer from Clown Shoes. Actually, it's Mercury Brewing Company.
Right.
And I don't know where the Clown Shoes part comes in, but it
seems to be a line, and it does seem to be like another offshoot to some extent.
So, but it's Clown Shoes, and it's the Vampire Slayer Imperial American Stout. And it's a
second. I was just gonna say, it's a second anniversary beer for them. So
Okay.
it's this came out probably a month and a half back now is when I picked this up, and they do still have it around, but it is a limited release. So if this is something that interests you, definitely jump on that. But yeah, it's a Imperial American Stout. Comes in at 10% alcohol, and I got it for, I believe, $6.99 or $7.99.
$7.99.
$7.99. Okay.
Yes.
But I was just it was one of those things where, I love a heavier stout beer anyway, but then the once again the marketing on the side incorporates signature dark malts, holy water, and malt smoked locally with hickory ash and vampire killing steaks.
Okay.
And the picture on the front's pretty gruesome and awesome as well for a horror movie fan. I bet
Nice.
Kristen would like that.
Yes, she probably, at least would have.
Would have.
Yeah. I think, and she still does like the horror movie occasionally. What's that new one, the Cabin in the Woods or something like that?
Yeah, that was supposed to actually be pretty good.
Okay, yes. That kind of intrigued her. That was the first time a horror movie had intrigued her in a while. So, it's nice. I'm glad we're doing something different from an IPA or something light.
Yeah.
It's good.
We went from IPAs to wine to now we're just going to bombard our palates with some super, super dark stout.
I was going to say, don't pour me. I got to drive. So.
Which is funny because normally you're not, because it's already summer here in Arizona.
Seasonal,
so
yeah.
this is your more the seasonal drinker, but.
Well, but I think we talked about this recently that lately I'm going to, shop for beer and all I'm looking for is IPA. It's like,
Yeah.
I've got to stop that. I have
gotta
to
get away
break
from
that
that.
mold. So
Well, it's
that's
also
good. You're helping me.
Can become palate fatigue as well.
That's true.
And speaking of stouts, though, which I think we mentioned on one of the other podcasts, that Warhead Stout at Thunder Canyon, if you're local in Arizona here in Tucson specifically, was really good. It's a barrel-aged stout. Yeah, it's really good. Coffee, chocolate, toffee, a little bit roasty, and then just kind of finishes with that little bit of that bourbon barrel, kind of that flavor coming through, a little bit of whiskey, and then a little vanilla.
It's like dessert and after dinner drink all in one glass.
Yeah, you totally could have that as like with dessert or anything else. It was amazing because it was just super smooth. One of those ones that they'll only serve you 10 ounces of because it's like 12%. But man, it's really good. And speaking,
that's thick and that's just, not thick. The color can't be thick. That is just black.
The head can be thick. That head is pretty thick.
Yep.
Nice dark tan beige color on that, and then that's dark as night.
Yeah, it is.
Which is where you're killing vampires.
That's true.
In the dark of night.
That's the only time they're usually out and about. I almost started drinking.
I want to.
I was so ready. Ooh, there's some roasted. That's some nice roasted malt. Maybe
I got some of the foam in my nose.
that right in.
I did.
Almost that little waffle cone note that reminds me of of course, which you're working on.
We are. We're in the process of making a Fade to Black.
Yeah, they're working on the Fade to Black.
Volume 1. Specific. We got to get specific.
Really the only volume. Oh. Well, Volume 2.
Volume 2 is good.
Yeah.
Smoke Baltic Border.
Volume 2 is good.
Volume 3 I enjoyed too. Just none of them as much as the home run, the grand slam they hit the first one.
Yeah.
Wow, that is that's roasty, but a little bit smoky in there too. Like I'm getting some smoked malts, little sweet.
Sometimes with something like that, there's nowhere to go but down. But hopefully,
my God, that smells really good. That smells fantastic.
I'll just forgo the typing because we just want to try this.
Just on aroma alone, like I'd almost want another bottle of this.
Yeah, I think we even did that a couple of podcasts. Okay, that's it. We're done.
That's it. It can't. You wonder if it can't even. What do you? So we never do this. So now you've smelled it. What do you want out of the flavor? You know, because
I want that sweet waffle cone that I'm getting in there. I want that roasted.
Do you want the? How do you want the body? A little heavy? Like, are you okay if it's a little heavy, or if it goes thin? Are you gonna be okay with that?
Well, I would. Right now, I would actually. Actually, it doesn't matter. I would.
I don't.
Well,
care.
no. Honestly, no. If it has all those flavors, then, especially since as warm as it is outside here, I'm okay with a thinner body. Probably if it was, as it gets colder.
Yeah.
If for some reason you like that sort of heavier body feeling.
A little something chewy.
But
almost.
to just be something to grab onto. But if the flavors are there, then as much as body is important, it becomes trivial if all those flavors are there.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, it was bottled February of 2012. So. Doesn't have quite the depth of flavor I was looking for. But it's good.
Really?
It's not. It just doesn't fill my mouth the way I was hoping it would.
Let it sit with you a little bit. I think you're missing something.
All right, have I rushed to judgment here?
I think maybe a little bit.
Okay, all right. It's the best ever.
No, I didn't say it had to go that far.
No,
But
no. I get like a hazelnut
Yeah, good
note,
call.
but
Yeah.
I don't get the sweet. Like, I think when I say like the waffle cone, I'm looking for like a vanilla nut.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
a
getting
sweetness. So I get
hazelnut kind of has a natural sweetness though too, which is more toward honey.
It does
kind of, or something like that. A little more toward. Now I'm doing this. Yeah, I think there's like a. It's almost like I think there is. It's almost like a caramelized kind of hazelnut thing because there's like a darker brown sugar, buttery or something like that, and
it's funny, that as it sits, I am getting a little sweetness on my lips, but it doesn't have that full waffle cone experience. But most of it is there.
I like the smokiness that comes through. It's almost peaty. There's almost a little bit of that going on.
There is actually,
but it's folded nicely into there.
Yeah, it's not overwhelmingly
sweetness.
smoky, peaty.
Yeah, the roastiness is done just right. Because sometimes in some stouts, like the roastiness can almost be like too strong, where it's like, oh, it's just
it overwhelms all the other flavors.
Yeah, and this doesn't. That balances in really nice. It's just a little bit of bitterness on the back, like I'm assuming, some sort of hop, something in the back there. And the I think the body is fairly creamy. It's probably perfect right now. Could be a little heavier later on, which would be nice. Maybe if this one ages a little bit, maybe it might get a little bit heavier. Some depth might be added to that, because I think this could be a beer that could be aged if you'd want to cellar it a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
This one easily could. So that's really good.
It is very good.
That's quite tasty.
It is very good.
Man.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good.
We've got to find out who these people are.
I know. They're nice enough they follow us on Twitter.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably because we praise them so much.
We have said
all the
nothing
time.
but really, I would say I think the worst the beer we liked the least from them was the Tramp Stamp, right? And even that we liked.
Even that we liked. It just wasn't quite as...
It wasn't, yeah. And it was still one I would definitely buy. All the others, that I've had have been like awesome.
Yeah, see, I need to go out, and I think Total Wine still does have some. I would like to grab another one, and I'd like to keep it for a while and actually wait until wintertime and then try it again, because it'd be interesting if it did get
Bring this over at Thanksgiving
heavier.
or for Christmas or something like that.
That's really good.
Yes.
It's quite delicious.
They've done it again.
They have done it again. Man. Yeah, and it says limited, but who knows? Maybe if we're lucky, they'll keep making something like this. Because I know a lot of times with, you find these breweries that do these limited release type things, and then if they get enough, call for it, they'll start making it. At least making it that every season you make this one or something like. Because that's just really good.
That's quite tasty.
That's quite tasty. And although you can't taste the website, if you could, About Beverages would be pretty tasty.
Scratch and sniff
be
our
pretty
website.
delicious. Yeah, if you could. They need to make that in a monitor. That'll be the next thing. They've tried 3D. Kind of hasn't worked out so good with the TVs. They'll go to Scratch and Sniff.
That would be funny. You click on something. We'd like to sniff this IPA.
Yeah. That would be awesome. If you could actually put that in, that would be fantastic. We'll make notes. In the future, we'll
See
get to
what we
that.
can do about that.
That's right. Maybe we'll do a Kickstarter, and then we can actually get some money for that or something. Who knows? But for now, if you're just at the website, you can definitely check out the tasting notes for this wonderful Imperial American Stout. Is that what they're going for here? Yes, Imperial American Stout, and where it hits on our recommendation scale, which I'm sure will be pretty high.
Yeah,
with
I
how
would
well
say.
we've just talked about it.
Yeah.
And while you're there, definitely check out the other beers that we have tried from Clown Shoes and all the other things: beer, wine, whiskeys, bourbons, vodkas. Unfortunately, to our taste buds, we've tried all of these things. They're all at the website for you to find out if you want to try them as well.
That's right. I've put a few. I think I actually added some Arbuckle coffees in recently into
You
the
were
drink
talking
database.
about that, yeah. You said Jurgachef you'd had recently, and something else, I think. Too. One of the Thai coffee,
yeah.
one of the coffees from
Which
Thailand.
I've heard is kind of losing its appeal.
A little bit. It's
Losing its
it's amazing how coffees can really kind of, like anything with being a natural product, it can go through its stages. We had some earlier parts to the lot that were very fruity, very blueberry for the Doi Chang specifically. And then some bags that we've come through and roasted have kind of tapered off a little bit. It's still there, but it's become more faint. And so, yeah, it's definitely very interesting.
Are you guys looking at any of this? Looking into like green tea or green bean coffee extract is like becoming like this hot thing lately.
I've seen that, yeah, because it's all
Okay.
about the caffeine, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
I'm not exactly sure. It's
yeah.
Green coffee extract.
We've looked
Actually,
at
had
that.
somebody ask me for that at work the other day,
Oh,
and
really?
I've read about it a
Yeah.
little bit too. But I was wondering if Denny was like having you guys do anything.
No, it's like just another one of those kind of fad things that we look at it because you have to be
Right,
on
gotta
the
be
cusp
aware.
of knowing all this stuff, because we do get people asking about it. It's like 3-4 years ago when everyone was, do you know Rooibos? Are you familiar with
Right.
that? Have you had that before?
Right.
All these things that you've just got to be familiar
I
enough
love
with,
the
and then know
Rooibos.
if it's really something. Yeah, no, it's still really good. But that at the time it was like that was like the
Yeah.
whatever the buzzword
We
is.
should do an
Or you
herbal.
had like white coffee.
We should do an herbal podcast.
That was like a big
sometime.
thing. We should. We should.
We should.
We could. We could definitely do that. But whether we like it or not,
You should give it a shot.
and we liked it, so you should just have
Yeah, just try this.
This one, just get
It's just good.
just buy it.